We're going to set up my Zwift Ride today. Just for reference, you can see my old setup here I've been using for about the last 20 years. And here's what I paid for it with shipping and tax included, shipped to Ohio. This is the box that tells you to open first, and this is the frame key. You will use this tool for all your adjustments of the saddle, of the handlebars, whatever needs done on the frame. It did come with a little bit of directions, which I typically don't use until I need it. And this here is the handlebars, and here you can see a breakdown of them. And the handlebars cost $300. I did have quite a bit of issues trying to put the through axle bolt in. So if you had that issue, make sure you stick around, and I'll show you what I had to do to get it actually to fit in after probably over a half an hour of messing with it. Now here's the box that the pedals come in. I won't be using the pedals. I will be using Speed Play clipless pedals. It came with two magnetic holders that go onto the frame to hold these wires in place. These are the wires that charge they call it basically the controller on the handlebars, which has all the different buttons on it. Personally, I'll just leave mine connected all the time. That was your little tray for you could sit your phone on or whatever. Then here we got the Wahoo box with directions, and we'll sit this bad boy on the floor so we can start putting it together. And my little helper showed up today. She loves to help me build. Then next in this box will be the cable to connect this to power. And this needs to be connected at all times when you're using the Wahoo. And it does come with another little bag in here, which has the through axle adapters. Then in this box we have two support legs for it. The longer one goes on the front and the shorter one goes on the back. They are color coded with arrows on them so you know which way they go. After we get done putting these 4 bolts in, we're gonna plug it in and slide the unit in position we'll be using it at. Well, now we're finally getting to a little bit more exciting part. We get to take a look at I think it's a beautiful bike. Kind of excited that it's a white bike. I've never had a white bike. I have like a half a dozen bikes that are all black. So this is gonna be nice. And my little helper here, pushing everything out of my way. And this box here has the handlebars in it. So we'll open that up here in a second. Let's get this bad boy out of here and take a look at it. And this is your handlebar stem. We'll put this in a little bit. It just slides in. Now it's time to put the bike on the Wahoo. And this is where it starts getting a little bit interesting. It should take probably a minute or two just to slide this through axle into the frame and into the Wahoo. And that definitely is not the case here. I spent probably well over a half an hour trying to get this to fit. I never did figure out exactly why I had so much issues. I think the bolt could be slightly longer where the threads start at, but it seemed like it was all the way in. I tried multiple different things. Ended up getting a flashlight to see if it looked like it was lined up. It was definitely lined up. I took it off the trainer, off the Wahoo, and I could get the bolt to go in. Just barely, the threads just barely reached to start it, but it did reach. So I'm just trying everything I can. I'm pushing on it hard as I can, trying to get it to fit. It just won't fit. And I ended up doing a little bit of research on Facebook. Facebook has a really good community for the Zwift rides, and I seen it's pretty common for people to have this issue. And I finally found one video that showed someone taking the bike and actually shaking it around and lifting the front end up. Some reason when I lifted the front end up on this bike, something must have just slid in perfectly, so it would let it pop into place. Here I was even taking a picture of the through axle. I was getting ready to post it on the Facebook group because something just doesn't look right about it. But it's just how the through axle is designed for some reason. And I did see some pictures on Facebook where other people's looked exactly like mine. So I'm still troubleshooting this, getting pretty aggravated, cussing out the design people. And here's where I finally find that video that shows how someone else was having the same issue. And they started shaking the bike around and lifting the front end to get the axle to go in, which makes absolutely no sense. Something so simple should just pop right through once you had it lined up properly. And right here is where it finally started going in. So it felt like it was catching. I was on, just tapped it a little bit to make sure it was seated in properly. So it's getting snug. It's getting snug. I'm going to put it down. And I made it extra snug to make sure it was properly seated, because something just wasn't right when I was dealing with this for the last half hour. So now we're on to the chain. Take the cardboard off so it can loosen up a little bit. We're going to loosen up the chain tensioner so we can put it on the back cog here. And then we're going to put the pressure back on the chain. Make sure the tension looks good, not too much slack. And give it a little spin just to make sure everything's properly lined up. Now we're moving on to installing the handlebars. Later on I will raise these. But for right now we're going to take this end cap off the front of the bars. That way we can slide the handlebars in. And you just use this fancy little tool that comes with it, which fits everything on the frame. And these handlebars just slide right in the groove here. Super easy. I had zero issues with that. And this end cap, you do have to pay attention a little bit to make sure you get it lined up properly. But afterwards, you just put the screw back in, tighten it down, and just move on to the next step. And here's, you see how easy they move back and forth. I'm just picking a random spot at this point, just tighten them up a little bit. And you can see how the handlebars are really loose right now, but there is a bolt in the very front of the frame here that you tighten down to hold it in place. But I will have to loosen that bolt again later to raise the bars up to the height that I wanted them at. So there you can see the bolt and a little Zwift plate on the front. And these two cables here are your charging cables for your right controller and left controller. They both have a separate charging units for them. I'm guessing separate batteries in them. And here's where you use the two little magnetic holders that comes with to hold the cables in place, so the cables just aren't sitting or wobbling around everywhere. And for the pedals here, I took my speed play pedals off my old road bike and I'm putting them on here. And next we're going to do a little test fit and make sure everything's working correctly before I put some cycling clothes on and get my first Zwift ride in. So a nice thing here, you can actually sit on the bike and pedal and actually adjust the frame with the key that is right underneath here. So the nice thing is here, you don't lose the key. You just keep it right in the frame at all times. So I'm just trying to get an idea where I want it at. I'm used to riding a TT bike with aero bars, so that's why you see me go down like that, just in case I decide to add some aero bars on it. So just a little spin here. After my first ride, I did change out the saddle. I did not care for the saddle that came with this bike at all. I just took one off my old road bike and put it on here. And since I don't have it connected to Zwift, I don't think I can adjust the pressure for the Wahoo, so it kind of spun out pretty fast there. So I need to get it connected here in a minute so I can do a little bit more testing. You can see the light here, the green light flashing, just tells you that it is charging. And the mat here does have a little slot in it, so it holds in place well. And you can easily take it off and clean it, because I'm sure after some workouts it's going to be totally full of sweat. And it does hold a cell phone good, but you really can't use that mat there for a computer mouse because it's not flat, so it just does not work right. And I just need to get all my Zwift account set up and then we're ready to roll.